and get them out, hold them up. That's your sideline pass is good right now, like it is each and every week, right here on the Coaches Show with head coach Lenny Jankowski from Vero Beach High School, also the athletic director for the Fighting Indians as well. Thanks for joining us right here on Buzz TV. Coach, an exciting win over arch rival Fort Pierce Central. You guys didn't like my adage last week of the Bucs Saints, so we're going to say Ohio State, Michigan.
There you go. I mean, you just caught me off guard with the Bucs Saints. You had some good ones, and then you kind of slid that one in there. I'm like,
he tried.
Wait a second.
I had to. That's all everybody's been talking about all week was that little adage, so I had to throw it out there. You guys get it at home. There you go. Make fun of Jason. It's always fun. But what a great game. 1,000 yards, over 1,000 yards from both teams combined. A lot of offense going on. It was like the Giants-Saints game.
Yeah. It was, you know, for those who have been around here over the last 5 years, it was a pretty typical, you know, Vero Central game. It's a lot of action, I think, on both sides. We were able to get off to a great start. We had the 35-6 lead at halftime, and during that first half, a lot of crazy things, a lot of great things happening. We had 5 offensive possessions, scored touchdowns on all 5 possessions. That included a big goal line stand that I think we're going to get a chance to look at here later. Some good play on special teams, just really things going our way, and we never, you know, even though you go into halftime with that kind of lead, never did we let our guard down thinking that, you know, these guys were going to give up, because we know that this is, you know, the game of their season,
right.
and you know, obviously they're filled with talent. Their coaches work really hard and go into halftime with that kind of lead, and then come out and you know, we were talking right before we took the field the second half. We had, you know, I was talking to a couple coaches, and we said, you know, what do we think the key to the second half is going to be? I said, you know, the key for them is going to be that first offensive drive. We were kicking off to them, and if we can hold them there, then, you know, it's probably game over. If they go down and score, they can stick with their game plan, and you know, here as we know how it played out, now they take it and go 15 play drive, score a touchdown, you know, strike up the band, then get the two-point conversion. You know, the tuba player gets a little louder, and then we answer that offensively, going 3 and out, and they take it down and score again, and now we got a game. But it was a lot of excitement. I was super proud of our guys. You know, it was a very, very good, well-played game, I thought, in all phases, and we were able to capture another district championship.
Huge. 2 in a row. Sitting on the verge of back-to-back undefeated seasons, Derek. This is a big week coming up as well.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. You're saying that you didn't kind of take it lightly at the half, because everybody thinks that maybe
Sure.
they coasted. Is that a worry, though, that maybe the emotion, the adrenaline is down a little when you walk in with that big of a lead at a halftime?
It's funny, one of the teachers came through, you know, and I very typical, the Monday morning, you know, we say Monday morning quarterback or Monday morning teacher that just kind of strolls through the office and, you know, has a few comments here and there. And one of the teachers said, you know, so you don't want to get out to a big lead, is that it? And I said, no, we want to get out to a big lead, you know, and so you do run into that a little bit, but never really did I feel as if our players or our coaches, for that matter, really took anything lightly or approached the second half any different. You know, one thing maybe is that, you know, as you get later into the game, and we were talking about this off the air, never really did I feel like that we were threatened to lose that game, so to speak. We stayed with that 2-score cushion, you know, throughout most of the game. I think they made it a 1-score game with 1:24 left in the game, and you don't like that to happen. Don't get me wrong. But I think, you know, strategically, what you're doing there is you're playing a little bit more of a bend but don't break defense kind of thing, to allow them to eat clock and not give up the big play, the quick score kind of thing. And in lieu of some of the statistics that are out there, you mentioned all the yardage, you know, they still have to get across that goal line. That's still the name of the game and the object there. And so we were able to keep them out of the end zone. Really, the only disappointing part of that second half was, and really some in the first half was, you know, I think we need to do, you know, when we talk about improvements, just improve a little bit on 3rd and 4th down defense. You know, 2 of their 3 touchdowns in the second half were scored on 4th down. You know, sometimes that gets lost in the shuffle. Scored on 4th and 12 on that first drive, and then 4th and 6 later, and they were able to to convert many third downs during the course of the game, which again, they're over there, they're working, they're trying, they've got good players, they're working to get some things accomplished too. So not taking anything away from Fort Pierce Central, they got a good group over there. Super impressed with their players and how classy they were after the game. Really, it was a quality game with a lot of quality players.
Their first half touchdown comes off a 3rd and 14 conversion. They marched down and finished it. But all in all, I think you like to talk about all 3 facets of the game. I really think the Fighting Indians played great in all 3 facets.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't be more pleased. Obviously, after each win or loss, there are areas to improve, and we touched on those through the weekend. Obviously, hit those hard in Monday's practice, and we'll continue to try to make improvements and be a better football team this Friday night.
A little behind the scenes thing. What was the bus ride like at home? I mean, were the kids just really out of control, excited?
You know what? They were excited, but I think I think at the same time pretty grounded. It's I think a sign of what kind of maturity we have on the team. They were excited, obviously. About the win, but know that there's another task ahead. So pretty impressed with our kids.
Great game. When we come back, we're going to look at some film with Coach Jankowski. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Coaches Show right here on Buzz TV.
Join us for an adventure weekdays at 4:30 and 8:30 on Buzz TV Network.
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Jim. Together we are the Live Now real estate team at RE/MAX Associated Realty.
We know the Sebastian area real estate market very well, and we also know that buying or selling a home can be very serious business.
But together we can reduce the stress and even have fun in the process. Along with our hundreds of satisfied clients, we really want you to live now and be happy too.
Contact us at thelivenowteam.com.
See you soon.
Buzz TV Network is now the fastest growing new media outlet on the Space and Treasure Coast. Follow Buzz TV Network and tell a friend.
And welcome back to the Coaches Show right here on Buzz TV with the Sideline Guys, and of course, head football coach and athletic director of Riverbeach High School, Lenny Jankowski. And we got a treat for you. It's offensive time. This whole segment, we're going to talk about some offensive key plays to the huge Fighting Indian victory over Fort Pierce Central last Friday night. Take it away, Coach.
All right, this first play here of the game, first offensive play, we put the formation into the boundary, which just means we're on the hash mark here to the short side of the field to our sideline. We've got, trips to that formation or to the boundary, and this was just something that we had thought during the week that they would obviously align to our formation and would get a bunch of guys to the short side of the field, create some grass over here for our singled up receiver Terrell Washington. So we as you can see here, Carson puts the ball right on the money. Terrell does a lot with it after the catch, outruns about 3 guys there, and we get off to a great start. So that was a big play for us. Terrell had his best game as a Fighting Indian. Very happy to see that. He's having a great season.
So we got Akeem coming up.
All right, so this is Akeem Dixon. Had a great night, 31 carries, 199 yards. He's just a workhorse, and anytime we need anything from Akeem, he's the total back. Here's another formation, trips up to the boundary. Akeem busted pretty good there. Very rarely does Akeem go down on first contact, and you see that the first guy still trying to hang on and takes another guy to bring him down. All right, here we've got looks to be like the formation again into the boundary, a little different formation, and we go play action here, which means we fake it there, and Carson puts it out there to Sean Harvey's behind 2 guys, and we catch a big break there. Sean's a heads-up receiver, sees the ball go up into the air and tipped up into the air, and we get another big play.
Magic Man.
Yeah. All right, here we go. We're going in the other direction. This is just a little counter play that we run off that rocket motion with MJ, and MJ, we've been calling MJ the magnet because he attracts so much attention. So with that being said, we were able to get him in motion, and like I said, he attracts a lot of attention, and run the counter back with Akeem, and I think we ran that 3 times the other night, all 3 big plays. All right, here's
Love this play.
This is a great play by MJ. Just him taking the direct snap. We tried a formation here again, and that corner comes off the edge, and MJ just he's tough to touch in a phone booth, much less on a football field. So. All right, here's a big play here. I think that that was just a second down play, but we had hit this earlier too, and Terrell again doing some things in the opening field and getting us another big first down. All right, here we are going in the other direction. Again, there's that motion. This was, I think, our last offensive play, the same play that we saw earlier, and just Akeem really putting the explanation point on the win and sealing it right there for us.
Like he's been there before, Coach.
Yeah, yep, I love it. There's the formation into the boundary again. This is a back shoulder play. We work on this every single day during pregame and pre-practice, working that back shoulder throw, and those guys they have it down. So Terrell and Carson I'm talking about there, and so those two outside receivers, Terrell and Sean Harvey, had big nights for us. Obviously MJ, Akeem, the offensive line doesn't always get mentioned, but I think we had 407 yards just in the first half of offense, that ended up with 500 and close to 600 yards of offense. So just a great offensive night, and obviously scoring 42 points against one of the better defenses, not just in the area but in the state. So super proud of our guys.
Akeem getting in the second level, it's almost like you got a turbo boost in the game mag. The guy just takes off, and now you can't even get him initially. I couldn't imagine trying to tackle him in the open field, Coach.
Right, he just continues to get better and better, running with more and more confidence. I mean, you're talking about a 210-pound kid that when he gets a full head of steam, I mean, I don't want to get in his way. I don't know about anybody else. So
so when you're talking about how he doesn't go down on first contact, is that something that you can learn or coach, or is that just a kind of a natural instinct ability? Because I think we saw it last year also, the guy from Sebastian, who was that running back. He's the same way. He always made it was like almost instinctive, right? And he didn't do it. So is that happening, or is that something that you can actually coach?
Well, I don't think there's any coaching to it. I think that Akeem is just because that initial contact, oftentimes he'll run a guy over. Oftentimes he'll have a little shake because as we mentioned, I mean, he's got good speed, good quickness. And he's very physical. He is a physical back, and so I don't know that it's coaching. I know that it's something that we emphasize from time to time, like just kind of put a little bug in his ear, hey, make sure nobody on first contact kind of thing. And Akeem's one of those guys that he wants to please. He's an unbelievable kid, and so you ask him, whatever the coaching point may be, he's going to try to please you, and that's a pretty good quality.
And just a notice out there for all you teams, he's only a sophomore. You got 2 more years of this guy. He's coming back. And when we come back, we're going to go to my side of the ball, the defensive side. Some great plays coming from the Fighting Indians from that game as well. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Coaches Show right here on Buzz TV.
Attention, this important message is for any American who is about to turn 65 years of age or older. Nation's Helpline has Medicare supplement insurance news that may benefit you, your family, or someone you know. Most Americans who are about to turn 65 years old know they need Medicare supplement insurance, even if they already have Medicare. The Nation's Helpline Medicare supplement team can guide you and help answer your Medicare questions. Call today.
Please call 800-632-2804.
One-of-a-kind videos, unique perspectives, original programming, only on Buzz TV Network. Spread the word and tell a friend.
And get him out, hold him up. That's your sideline pass is good once again, like it is each every week, right here on Buzz TV and the Coaches Show with Lenny Jankowski. Hope you guys enjoyed that first segment with the offense. Now we get to go to my side. I love defense, Coach, and boy, did the Fighting Indians come out and hit on all cylinders in this game past Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get to see some defensive plays. I'm excited to see it myself.
Like you haven't watched it 100,000 times already, Coach.
All right, here we are here. This is a great start here. This is they've driven down the field, probably taken about 8 to 10 plays to get down here, and it's 1st and goal from the 4. So here they are, Fort Pierce Central in the gold, your Vero Beach Fighting Indians in the white.
And we're going to move here shortly.
And we're going. All All right, this is a little handoff play. They get about 3 yards on first down, so it's 2nd and 1. I think you see some of our guys there on the tackle. You got Romance Snell, Davion Cross, Calvin Moment. Calvin ends up making a great play here, big physical play, leaving the guy about a half a yard short as you see the spot there, and then Calvin goes crazy on these next couple. Areas again, meeting them right in the hole, big stuffing them right there, getting excited, and then this play is another great play. Here he is scraping the line of scrimmage and coming down and just stopping them, and we get a big fourth down, goal line stand there, and then we take over the ball there at the whatever 1.5 yard line, and then we go the distance and score on it in about a 10-12 play drive. So a very key turn of events there. Here's a little play action pass. Celedonio under a lot of pressure there by Romance Snell, and when we were able to get pressure on the quarterback, I'm overstating the obvious here, he had a hard time, but Jake Celedonio, their quarterback, had a great night and threw for a ton of yards. So
you talk about effort, Coach. This is an effort play.
Yeah,
right,
this is something that we get out of Chris Larson here each and every play. There he is. I mean, he's 10 yards, 10 yards ahead of everybody out there on the kickoff team, and he's a great athlete, but he's not 10 yards faster. You know what I mean? And in a 40-yard sprint, he's not 10 yards faster. That's just great effort, great play, and can't say enough about that kid. All right, here it is. This kid that they hand the ball off to is a good athlete, Dravius Knowles, and that's a great play by Corvin Moment. That got me fired up. He does a great job sealing that edge there.
Unbelievable talent he is.
All right, here they are again in an empty set. They try to flare it out here to again number 1. We're able to this was an incredible play. Not only does Caleb strip the ball, but he recovers it, and it's a calculated move. It wasn't like this just happened by accident. Critical point in the game. They're in the red zone, and Caleb's able to number 3, Caleb Coleman for us, is able to strip it and recover it himself. This is an unbelievable play by Davion Cross. Actually, Romance is getting blocked pretty good and just has the wherewithal to jump up, tip the ball in the air, and then Davion jumps over that kid and intercepts the ball. An incredible play.
Unbelievable.
So. All right, they're back down here close to the goal line. Probably saw this too much, and they try to run a stretch play. And again, another play by Corvin Moment. Just taking great angles. Really, that's what that's about. Effort, great angles, keeping great leverage, and they weren't able to gain a sniff there. So some pretty good defensive clips there so far. Here we are again. They're in a trips formation down here to the field. Jake's back to pass, and this is it's a very good play by Brandon Wallace. Something that maybe the naked eye doesn't pick up on is he's actually squatting in that zone, in that area there, and that's typically not what he does. He usually bails on that and has deep coverage, but we changed the coverage up on that, and Brandon's right there in the zone to pick the ball off. There's Ryan McDonough on a big QB sack, or as a QB scramble, and I don't know if technically it goes down as a sack because I think he gained maybe a quarter of a yard there, but a very, very good play by Ryan McDonough, only a sophomore, number 90.
So, I mean, you look at the defensive side, Coach, and you touched on it to what I talk about a lot and preach when I'm coaching defense, is the fact that it's all built on angles, pursuit, and wrap it up and finish the play.
No doubt. I mean, those are some very key points, and I think we mentioned it last week going into the game, is that this game would come down to fundamentals and blocking and tackling, and there we saw a lot of what we were talking about, just blocking and tackling. As I always preach to our players, when things get going fast, you have to be able to revert back to your fundamentals, revert back to your coach, and and that'll put you at ease a little bit. And super proud of our guys, because their style of play, Fort Pierce Central is I would say there's a lot of similarities in our styles. They're an aggressive offense and aggressive defense. They play with a lot of tempo on both sides of the ball. So there are going to be situations that happen in the game where it gets rolling, and we talked about that momentum thing where things started going their way, and we had to answer the bell a little bit, and so really an exciting game, and I couldn't be more pleased.
Contrary to popular belief, Derek, the game was never out of Vero's hands. I just want to throw it out there for that, for all you viewers out there. We're going to go to break. When we come back, we're going to break down the Sebastian game. It's the last game of the season, regular season. Second undefeated season for the Fighting Indians. We'll find out how they're going to do it after this break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Coaches Show on Buzz TV.
Hi, I'm Carolyn.
And I'm Jim. Together we are the Live Now real estate team at RE/MAX Associated Realty.
We know the Sebastian area real estate market very well, and we also know that buying or selling a home can be very serious business.
But together we can reduce the stress and even have fun in the process. Along with our hundreds of satisfied clients, we really want you to live now and be happy too.
Contact us at thelivenowteam.com.
See you soon.
Marsha.
Hi, I'm Penny Chandler.
I'm Freddie Wolford.
I am Barbara Hoffman.
And I'm Gregory Simpson.
I'm here with Police Chief David Curry.
You're in good company on VeroBuzzTV.com, Vero Beach's local TV station on the internet.
I just love it.
Tell a friend.
We love y'all!
And welcome back. Get them up. It's the fourth quarter. Got you again. It's the final turn of the Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us. We're here with Lenny Jankowski. We talked a lot about the Central game. We're going to wrap it up with the final game of the season. Sebastian River, the in-county rival, if you will, Coach. Sebastian River, the Fighting Indians are on the road. Just a couple miles down the road there, Coach.
Yeah, it's the big Scholarship Foundation game, and so it's a big county game. You know, obviously us being the only two schools in the county, and I like the fact that we've moved it to the 10th game. You know, the last regular season game. You know, people just in the football world usually look at that last week, that last regular season week, as rivalry week kind of thing. And I'm so disturbed. Yeah, the Buck Saints. And I mean, can you do the fourth quarter again? Because that's like 3.5 with that.
You know what? It's horrible. I call pitches when I'm warming pitchers up, and they can't see when I do the three.
Right.
Thanks for bringing it up, Coach.
That's why I was off a little bit with my. Yeah, right. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it. They've obviously are having a great season themselves up there, and have some very good players. We just recently met as coaches in our geographic district, what we call it. I think there's 13 or 14 schools, and so we try to nominate and vote for an all-district team, a geographic all-district team, and Coach Pettis, I mean, he nominated a bunch of players, and have a lot of good talented kids up there with scholarship offers and things like that. So seeing them on film, I think that the thing that stands out about Sebastian is each and every week I feel like they've gotten considerably better. So they're a much better team this week than they were week one, that's for sure. And so I think that's a credit to their staff and their players and what they're doing up there. So we're really looking forward to the challenge. I know our kids will be excited. Their kids will be excited, and before our first district game, before the Centennial game, our kids, we were talking, I think maybe on a Monday practice, and they said, from here on out, we need to approach practice with a playoff mindset, and I think this week will be very similar. We want to go into the playoffs playing well in all phases, and I think that this will be a great test for us. They'll be a big challenge, and we're looking forward to it.
For the first time, Derek, both teams are heading into the playoffs, so this game does mean a little bit more.
Yeah, it does. And I want to bring up something that he talked about earlier, talking about when you were coming out at halftime against the Cobras, and you said if you stopped them on that first drive, it pretty much the game might be over. Now, was that because of time, or is that a psychology type of thing? Because we also saw that on the defensive clips. It was good angles, like a couple interceptions and the stripped fumble. Because you saw the whole sideline for the Cobras there all going like this. How big is that play, the psychology and the emotions within a game when something like that happens?
There's a lot of variables there. The mindset is huge. In a game game like this that we just got done playing Friday night, momentum has been such a big factor in the game. And we could say that it's not, and we could talk about it not being, but it really and truly is and will, I think forever be the case. But for a lot of reasons. One, it was 35-6.
Right.
They're getting the ball. And so, I think to start with the momentum and how that goes. But the other thing is that, before too long, you're not going to get enough opportunities to score. And so, we're thinking, the psyche of it for sure. If we were able to stop them, then we get the ball back and, hopefully are able to do something with that. But it didn't work that way. They fought and clawed and put together a 15-play drive. That's pretty impressive. And then to be able to cap it off with a touchdown on 4th and 12. So we were back to, okay, we got a game to play here, and that certainly proved that way.
And it's saying a lot as they come in going against a defense from Vera that's only given up 41 points.
Right.
Pitched 4 shutouts. That's a great defense out there, and they did. They put together something. But let's talk about Coach Pettis' team real quick. He's going to formation you to death on offense, but all his best players right now, everybody talks about, is that defense, Coach. You got Jerez Parks, Paul Dawson, Lewis Smith in the backfield. How do you attack that defense to catch them off guard?
Well, I think we got to, stick with our typical stuff. I don't think that we have to reinvent the wheel, that's for sure. But it'll be a tough task. I definitely think that's the strength of their team is their defense. They've got some talented players, a lot of team speed. Very impressed with their D-line. Really, all 3 parts of their defense. Whether starting with their D-line and then their linebacker crew, and then their secondary. I don't think they have a glaring weakness. I think it's very solid all the way around, and so we certainly don't want to give them any opportunities, and their defense has that capability to turn them, to create turnovers and put your offense in a bad situation to set up their offense. Whether it be field position or off a turnover, or momentum will be a big part of this game. Obviously, being a county rival, it'll be a packed house. The scholarship foundation and all that. So it should be exciting. Get your ticket. 14 Bones will be providing the catering for the on-field scholarship foundation, where they raise money for all the local kids and athletes. It's a great game. You're going to hear the Jaws theme. There's going to be sharks in the water. There's going to be Indians in the water. It's going to be a great game. Coach, thanks for your time this week. Yeah, Vero fans will have tickets available at the Performing Arts Center on Tuesday and Thursday from 9 to 1. So the tickets are $7. $2 for every ticket goes to that scholarship foundation. So if you're a Vero fan and you want to get your ticket in advance, that's the way to go about it. Looking forward to that 12th man traveling up to Sebastian. Friday night, 7 p.m., Shark Stadium. That's the setting. You going to be there? You better get there. We'll see you next week right here on the Coaches Show and Buzz TV.
Now that health reform is law, you cannot be denied health insurance coverage, but you can pay too much.
As a single mom, I was convinced that we could not afford health insurance until I spoke to the people from ICANN, who told me that I qualified for a special enrollment and a subsidized rate. Now I get so much more for so much less.
Call now and get the ICANN mobile app free. So don't wait another minute. Call ICANN, get covered, save money.
Get them out, hold them up. That's your sideline pass is good now, right here on Buzz TV, coming to you every Tuesday through Friday, where we'll have a Coach's Show with Coach Jankowski as we break down all that's happening with Vero Beach High School football.
And then we're also going to have the Sports Buzz Show, where we're going to talk about local and national trending topics.
And maybe some of that his diet and how not to eat like him. Be like me, coming straight out of Indian territory. It's the Sideline Show, and you can find us right here on Buzz TV.